Shut it up, I'll give it to you, no interruption. And you're home, oh, on the phone, all alone, I'll give it to you, no interruption. In your house, oh, on the couch, name the time and the place and the function. I'll give it to you, no interruption. Talking money, I don't really give a F, man. I got power like a motherfucking X-Man, married to the game, but and I will show you that I wear the crown. I thought I told you that you can't keep me down. Turn it up.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and I am here with one of the honorees right here at the Bailey House Auction and Gala, Daniella Carter. Am I right about that?
Yes, you're correct.
Now tell my audience what this award means to you, being honored here tonight at the Bailey House.
So I was a client of Bailey's program about...
You were, am I right about this? You were homeless for a long period of time?
Yes, and so I experienced homelessness from the age of 14 to 18 while navigating high school. And so after I graduated high school, I tried to reach out and identify mentors, and I identified Janet Mock, the author of Redefining Realness, and she pretty much connected me with Laverne, and I shared my narrative of experiencing physical abuse, sexual abuse. And
you really experienced everything, haven't you?
I wouldn't say everything, because I'm sure there's people out there who've experienced more than I have, but I would say I definitely didn't have the ideal narrative, right? Like, it wasn't the typical New York City kid's upbringing. But I think when we look at it on an intersectional lens, me being a trans woman of color, a woman of color, it was kind of, in a sense, right, like, bound for that to happen. And so I was just I'm very grateful and humbled to have overcome that adversity of living in homelessness, you know, basically living in a mindset of unworthiness.
You're still alive, because people very much like yourself, they don't live.
I mean, yeah, we know that
things happen, you know.
Yeah, there's 2.5 million homeless LGBT youth living in this country. We know that 19% of trans people are living in households where they are making less than $10,000 a year. So we get it, right? On an intersectional lens, it's a lot of oppression. But for me being alive is, I guess, the revolutionary act for so many youth who've been silenced. And so I continue to just do the work, because it's not about me, it's about them. And it's redefining a narrative that for so long has been stigmatized by media, society.
Can you tell my audience your story, why you became homeless?
So basically I became homeless is because I chose to live on the streets versus live in a home where it wasn't loving and accepting. And so,
you being transgendered?
Yes, me coming out. But at that time I was still living in foster care. I was taken from my birth mom.
I read somewhere that your foster parents were very religious people, and they just didn't understand. Is that true?
I don't think it's just about them not understanding, right? I think it's them being people of color living in a middle class community, and them fearing having to be, I guess, in a sense, marginalized in a community that they work so hard to get to because of my gender identity. And so I felt that it was at that very young, tender age that it was left up to me to redefine my life at that pivotal moment of pain and trauma, because I grew up in a household where it wasn't about nurturing your child, it was about who survives, right? Because that's what New York City foster care system looks like. And so I always knew I was different, not just based on my trans identity, but I knew in terms of education. Many people in my home did not go to college, did not graduate high school. And for me, it was like a duty of mine, right? Like, to show these people that, like, I am human, I'm normal, I'm transgender, but that doesn't mean I'm the devil, right? That doesn't mean I'm not going to finish school. That doesn't mean I'm not going to create a creative pathway for myself in society. And so at 14, I just said, you know what, you're going to get through high school and you're going to make your way to college, and then you're going to basically be who you want to be and not who society says you should be. And that's what I did.
Can you give my viewers, my audience, anyone out there that's transgendered or gay, or, well, I don't think they have to worry too much now being gay, but transgender is a big thing now. Can you give them advice what they should do? I mean, if something happens to them and they do become homeless, what should they do?
Well, for one, I don't think we should be specific in language and saying that maybe gay men aren't still experiencing homelessness or being physically attacked, because just today the Anti-Violence Project learned that there was a gay man who was attacked in Brooklyn on March 5th, and he was actually chased down by a group of guys. And so in saying all of this is that what I would say to an LGBT youth who is possibly experiencing homelessness, to understand that even when it seems like it's really not going to end and things is going to get harder and harder, understand that you define your life. And when you take out the time to just, make a strategic plan as to one day at a time, what resources can I identify? I mean, I identify Bailey House. I don't know if you can identify Bailey House, but I'm sure there's resources available for you now. And so I say connect yourself with people who truly want to liberate you, and don't surround yourself by people who's going to
ignorant and,
Well, I don't think it's just ignorance. I think many people are living in systematic backgrounds that's not all higher class or elitist, right? And so some are in poverty, and it's what they've been conditioned to. And so I think
that's true. That is true.
Right. And so I think it's just about youth in general. If you're experiencing homelessness, pretty much identify resources, look at mentors in your community, and take the risk, because I thought I would never get in contact with the editor of People magazine.
And you most definitely did, darling. You most definitely did. Tell my audience where we can go to find out more information. How can we support? How can we contribute? How can we participate? Tell me what's the website for the Bailey House.
Alrighty, so if you would like to contribute to the Bailey's House program, you can go to www.baileyhouseprogram.org.
And if we want to follow you, darling, can we follow you?
Yes, you can actually follow me on Instagram, Facebook at DanielleCarter, Daniella Carter.
Beautiful, thank you.
Alrighty.
And we'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching Pink Champagne Kisses. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and I am here at the Bailey House Auction and Gala, and I'm here with one of the hosts of the evening. He's a big supporter of the Bailey House, and he's going to introduce himself to the camera.
Hi, everybody. My name is Gus Rosendale. I'm a reporter and anchor at WNBC, Channel 4, and I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, Channel 4 is the big channel of tonight, right?
That's right, yeah. Me and Rafael Miranda, who is my partner on the broadcast, he does the weather, both of me up there, raising money for a really good cause.
Tell my audience why we should all participate, support, and contribute towards the Bailey House. What's so special about the Bailey House?
I think this is an organization that's been doing a lot of good in the community since, the absolute worst periods of when this plague swept through the city, and they've been there through all the decades, and the need is still there. I mean, definitely you talk about the homeless situation in this town. Those folks need a lot of help, and Bailey House is equipped better than anyone else to help people who are living with HIV and AIDS. And the other thing now is they are living.
Yes, that's right.
Diagnosis is no longer a death sentence, so all the more reason for continued support.
Now, when did you get involved with the Bailey House? You've been involved?
A colleague of mine serves on the board, and he's asked us to help out and to contribute some things over the years. There's a big auction, and so we'll give some tours out to people who are interested in bidding on that. We'll give some behind-the-scenes tours of NBC, which is always fun, and it's just great to be here.
I like to do that. I like to go. Yes.
Bid away. Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Anytime.
Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for talking to me right here at the Bailey House Auction and Gala. Can you tell my audience where they can go to participate, donate, and contribute?
You can look for them online, and I believe that's baileyhouse.org. Very nice to meet you.
And we'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching Pink Champagne Kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here with one of the honorees for tonight, the Bailey House Auction and Gala, and she's going to introduce herself to the camera.
Hi, I'm Karen Sheftell.
Now, tell my audience what this award means to you, who are receiving this from the Bailey House.
You're giving the award in memory of my son. It's the Jason Sheftell Real Estate Award. My son was Jason, and he was the real estate editor of the New York Daily News. and he passed away in 2013. And
So sorry.
thank you. And they made this award in his honor because he worked for Bailey House. He wrote about them. He promoted them. He was one of their biggest cheerleaders and cared for everything they
One
did.
of their biggest supporters.
Yes, always.
How did he find out about the Bailey House?
Someone had, I forgot the name of the man that contacted him and told him about Bailey House. And he had always been involved in communities and community activities in New York, always. And so he got really involved. He believed in what they were doing.
He certainly was smart to believe in what they're doing. They do a tremendous job.
Tremendous job.
And I'm sure now that he is no longer with us, you are a big supporter of the Bailey
Very big
House.
supporter. I think they're a wonderful, wonderful agency. They're a great group of people who are doing wonderful things to help people that need help.
People that are homeless, people that have AIDS,
people that have AIDS, people that don't have jobs, people that can't get food, people, there are like 18 programs to help people, the disenfranchised, people in the city that are having a hard time because this is a difficult city to live in if you're not, if you don't have the means.
Tell my audience where we can go to find out more information. What is the website?
BaileyHouse.org, and it's a great site. So
Thank you, darling.
It's nice to meet you. Bye.
Don't go away yet. We'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching. Big champagne kisses.
It's Tommy on brand? Yes, it's Tommy. We're good, okay. That was quite an odd. That was unexpected. That was really sweet. Based on that, I'd like to start by saying to Karen, you raised a very special son. He was a prince among real estate reporters, and he treated real estate brokers like ourselves with almost profound respect. We praised him for that, but he made nothing of it. He said, I know what you do. I know how hard you work. My mom was a real estate broker.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and I am here with the Honorees, and they just accepted their award right here at the Bailey House Gala auction. Introduce yourselves to the camera, darling.
My name is MickeyConlon. And I'm Tom Postilio.
Now, what does this award mean to you? Obviously, it means a tremendous thing, but tell my audience deeply what it means to you.
Sure. The Jason Sheftell Real Estate Award was named for Jason Sheftell, who was a prominent real estate reporter with the Daily News, and he was a giant in that industry and a great friend of ours and a great champion, not only of the real estate industry, but also of Bailey House. And to receive this award named in his honor means a great deal to us because it keeps the spirit of generosity that was really what Jason was all about. It keeps it alive.
And I'm sure you feel the same.
I do, of course. We were fortunate to know Jason personally for several years, and he, as Mickey was saying, he respects real estate brokers because he came from a family where his mom was a real estate broker, and he knows that it's not the easiest job in the world.
It's definitely not an easy job. Anything that sales, it's not easy.
But we take it very seriously, and we've been fortunate to have wonderful clients and great success stories over the years. So we're just very honored to add this wonderful evening to our lives. It has enriched our world.
And I think the subtext to the story with Jason is that Jason was somebody who realized that words matter and you can use words to change the world, and he did it on a weekly basis in a very prominent newspaper, and we witnessed firsthand how that could change lives. So it's something for everyone to keep in mind.
We're honored, and we thank you for...
And I thank you for talking to me right here at LongIslandExchange.com. I want you to tell me tell my audience, where can we go to support? Where can we go to participate? And where can we go to contribute? What is the website?
For Bailey House, it's baileyhouse.org.
Absolutely. And can we follow you guys? Can we watch you on TV? Tell my audience, where can we go?
Well, you can go to our website. It's very simple. It's tomandmickey.nyc. So Tom, ANDMICKEY.NYC, and that's where everything is.
What about Twitter and Facebook and Instagram?
We do all of that too, but I have no idea what it. You have to just type in our names and find us. I don't know how.
And I will, darling. I will. And I thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you. And I'll get the other cheek. Oh, you're getting both cheeks.
Very continental. And we'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more interviews right here at the Bailey House Auction and Gala. Pink champagne kisses.
Fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. Has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.